try to keep time.
Yes, sir. I'll very quickly explain the way we saw this whole world of employment and livelihood. And just to give you a little context, and then I'll explain the way we saw the whole problem definition and how we see the solution. India is having a very large chunk of young population, all of us are aware. And it's expected that next 20 years, India will continue to have a very young workforce. And right now, the number of people who need to be skilled are in excess of 360 million. And we have a very low level of training availability as compared to developed or the countries which are getting industrialized as we speak. And with whatever the growth rate happens, we still are expecting to have over 500 million people. Now, this number is also coupled with a lot of things that are happening from the government initiative, where there is a scheme of, where there's an announcement from Prime Minister that by 20, we want to have 500 million people employed, skilled, and things like that. Now, if you look at the whole ecosystem of jobs, there is a job provider, the one who gives a job. There is job seeker. Now, there is a big impetus on skill providers, and then there are a lot of influencer bodies. Each of them have their own set of challenges. The employer, in spite of so many people being available in India, doesn't find, if today I want to get a driver, or I want to get a plumber, or I am an industrial organization, I want to get a tailor, I don't know how effectively I can find it. So invariably I rely upon a bunch of references or a broker network. And if I'm a service seeker, which is a job seeker, typically a job seeker who leaves his home to find a job spends 20 to 40 rupees just to reach to a work location, which is the most effective method of finding a job. And the training organizations which are coming a lot, which are providing these training in terms of vocational training, their biggest challenge is where should they start a center, and if they start, how effectively at the lowest cost can they mobilize training resources, as well as post-training, how effectively can they place. So now, if you take all of this into context and specifically focus the problem from a job seeker perspective, which is the largest effective party, and this session was about using ICT to take the digital literacy at the grassroots level, and the most effective person is the citizen of our country which lives in either rural India or in urban slum, and who is vernacular sensitive, who's today, thanks to whatever mobile penetration, is mobile enabled and is digitally challenged. He depends on very limited options to find a job, and he incurs a high cost, has a high travel time. And if you compare and contrast him with the guy whom I call Ronnie, who is white collar, his problem is much bigger. So someone who's educated, he looks for a job maybe once in 2 years, once in 3 years. But someone who's a daily wage earner or is a casual labor, he's looking for a job almost every other day. For an educated person, there is Naukri.com, there is Monster, there is so many different systems. But for a labor, what is that we have? And incidentally, if you all have maids at home, she would change a job for 10 rupees a day. Someone offers her 300 rupees more, she will flip. So their inflection for changing a job is much bigger as compared to the people who are having a stable job. These people also lose a lot of jobs if their kid is not well. 3 days the driver doesn't show up, you tend to fire them, or you tend to get hassled and you find another driver. So this guy is the one who is the most affected person, which I call Ramu. Now, looking at that as a problem, what is that we did? We made our first steps in a state which is Andhra Pradesh, in collaboration with a government organization which was Rajiv Udyog, and we leveraged telecom because mobile definitely is far bigger than internet and any other form of digital interactive medium. And in that format, what we provide in Andhra Pradesh, we are known as Pani SMS. In Karnataka,
హైదరాబాద్ లో ABCD కంపెనీలో పెయింటర్ కొరకు కావాలను ఆసక్తి కలవారు సంప్రదించవలసిన నంబర్ 5.
So effectively what I just presented to you was a method in which the people who can't read write, people who cannot go to internet, people who want the information to come to them, do not want to depend on a lot of broker networks, a lot of institutional networks, with mobile, with voice, they can all engage, they can all interact. So what we do is every morning we provide the content to them in their localized language, which is their preferred language, to their mobile phone. So we act like a daily job mobile newspaper because there is no other paradigm for them to relate to us. So we are like a newspaper. We don't guarantee jobs. We don't promise them an assured job that they will get, but like newspaper, we give the job, which is very highly customized and specialized for their needs. So if I'm a driver, I'm only getting a driver job in and around Lodi Road. So I know what I'm subscribing for and what I will be getting for. So this engagement allows them, the job seeker can talk to employer, they can talk to training institute. Training institutes now are able to find these subscribers who are the potential candidates for training. Employers are able to find the drivers or tailors depending on what segment they operate in. This platform virtually is for everybody, skilled, unskilled, male, female, educated, uneducated. If he is an unemployed, obviously we all believe in each job, but believe you me, the one who's employed is always looking for a better job because they know they can flip and they can find a better job. So it hurts some of the employees, but it makes life easier for job seeker. These are the certain skills that we provide. We manage more than 180 skills in different segments.
Throw some light on the business model quickly.
Yeah, business model from a revenue perspective. So it's a very simple model. I'll explain you the way I thought it would work. First, we made it an SMS based system, text based, and very quickly we realized that text in India is very inexpensive but very ineffective. It doesn't reach. Only voice can reach because people don't know how to delete it. When I went in the market first, I thought I'll be able to collect money from job seekers, but they don't know me, they don't trust me, so they don't pay for it. So I finally realized that when we go to Google or when we read newspaper, we don't pay for the printing cost and the whole of the cost. Or when we go to google.com, we don't pay, someone else pays, which is the ad network or something like that. So we created a model where the service is free for job seeker, which is the labor. Service is also free for the employer, which is the job provider. And there is someone else which could be providing an advertisement or things like that. He chips in and provides the facility to deliver the service. So content virtually comes free, and in India I think free has a connotation. If it is free, it must be good, At least it's worth trying. And if it is not, then people will leave it away.
Or the flagship thing, kitna deti hai? That is also another price sensitive country.
Yeah, and I think not only that, I actually had...
How long have you been running this?
This is almost now plus 3 years. And we have over 1 million subscribers.
That's very good.
And I had some time to live in America, almost 10 years. And I used to think India is very price sensitive. Believe you me, people in America stand in line with coupons and want to take, discounts and take advantage of it. So it's not us, it's the whole world, Price matters, And if I don't have credibility, for example, we have gone to Karnataka, we have done in Tamil Nadu. So tomorrow I go to Rajasthan, and nobody knows me. So people, and I don't have a content which is worthy. So if I put a price premium and say, you pay this, unless you pay this, you can't come on board, it's not going to work. So both the parties remain reluctant. Employers say, mere ko to aise hi mil jata hai, why should I subscribe to you? So you have to create an inertia which is sufficient enough for them to believe in it and come on board. Some of the things which is a learning experience, I just explained to you, these people can't read, right? So I was very happy when I thought we can deliver a text-based solution which didn't work, which is where we ended up providing a voice-based solution today. So everything works with voice. These people are not IVR sensitive. They cannot press 1, 2, 3, 4. They cannot do press 1 for this, press 2 for that. So it's extremely easy to work with. And these are not the discussions which, I think it's the time I have which can explain you, but I'll be happy if someone wants to know more. So it works, they don't speak English, we all know that, so it works in the local language. And one of the factor is, if you could wait please, one of the factor is that this country, unless someone goes and explains and handholds, it took me maybe 10 minutes to explain you 5 minutes how this works. But this is a labor or this is a person who lives in rural place or in a slum, and most often it's a woman who doesn't want to come out and go to a kiosk or go to a place and engage in a service, and she doesn't believe she has a need, so someone needs to walk to her place or his place and explain them. So we have learned over a course of period that field engagement is extremely vital in this process. So these are some of the photographs of how our volunteers look like. So we go and make a lot of, this is I think one of the rarest photo you can ever find in the world, of a burqa woman wearing a apron, which is a promotion product, and going into their community and explaining them what's possible. So this is before and this is after, So these are some of the things. Salaries have increased, and this is a study done by RTBI, which is an organization in IIT Chennai. They did an independent assessment of whether the service is effective or not. Obviously, people were subscribing to the service and getting a better job because otherwise they would not change. They were able to save time. They were able to find jobs nearer to their homes. The travel time reduced, the travel cost reduced. So today our dream is to have over 10 crore subscribers, by 2020, and hope, we'll be able to reach there sometime. Thank you so much.
Thank you.